Hey man, Murdoch rolling again, man. Tell you what, man. I tell you what. Let me tell you what I was vaping today. I'm gonna get into something. I noticed something that was completely blew my mind. It completely blew my mind. First, let me tell you what I've vaping. Been vaping today. I started vaping on it last night. But this is 710 in a K-Fun on a DNA 20 device. Um, Very good. And in my mind, a very satisfying vape. But at some point last night, I decided to go to the gas station down the road and buy some Enjoys. I bought 3 of them. Why did I buy 3? I have no clue. Because they only had 3 of them. I had tried the gold ones. The gold, they're less, they're more mellow, I guess. And I kind of like that flavor. I mean, I didn't like it, but it was manageable. But I picked up these because this is all they had, the bulbs. And I was reading on it, on the little packaging, and it said that it's 45 milligrams of nicotine per milliliter. That's insane. That's totally insane. But something happened to me today. Like I said, I was vaping this in 710. It's 9 milligrams of nicotine. Vaped it all day long. Didn't vape any more than I usually vape. Didn't vape any less than I usually vape. I just vaped. Right? Well, today was my kids' open house for school, where they go meet their teachers and everything. And I was like, well, this is what device I got set up today, and it's not really pocket friendly. So I probably don't want to be taking that to the school. I was like, well, I just bought these Enjoy Kings, and usually I'd grab one of my smaller devices that's more pocket friendly, But I was like, oh, let me just grab one of these and go. And it was fresh. I pulled the wrapper off, stuck it in my pocket. I was like, all right, let's go. We get there. Shortly after we get there, I'm like, man, I want to vape. Man, I want to vape. So I kind of let myself out, go to the bathroom, smoking in the boys' room. Why not? And I take a vape. And I get vapor, not lots of vapor, but I knew it wasn't going to be lots of vapor. But what I was looking for, I guess, because I was having a craving. I mean, it was like, it was a legitimate craving, which I hadn't had in years. Because I've been vaping for like 3 years. But it was a legitimate craving. And mistakenly taking it for a nicotine craving, I guess. I mean, I don't know. But I take a couple hits on this, and I can feel that the nicotine has satisfied any nicotine craving that I had. But I wasn't satisfied, if that makes any sense. Wasn't satisfied at all. To the point where I was like having to constantly, like, I'm surprised this thing's not dead. And it's supposedly 45 milligrams per milliliter. It just wasn't satisfying. Now, I know because of the coil and how much this is burning, I'm getting more juice. I'm burning off more juice, so I'm getting more vapor, which in turn is causing me to get more nicotine. But 9 milligrams, 45 milligrams is a big difference. And here's the other funny thing that I've noticed when I got to thinking like this, because like I said, it just didn't satisfy me. I get home, immediately go grab this, and I vape. And from the first hit, it was like immediately I was like, oh, satisfied. I feel better. And it really got me thinking about the nicotine. I mean, a lot of times people are like, well, nicotine's addicting. It's an addicting thing. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, everyone knows nicotine's addicting. But you also get addicted to that oral fixation. Okay, well, this was satisfying, the oral fixation. I was getting hand to mouth. I was getting nicotine, but I wasn't satisfied. And it just boggled my mind. And for the longest time, it's like I've thought that nicotine was, I've considered nicotine more of as like a flavoring, especially when I'm making juices. And that's kind of why I've kind of, when I'm making juices, I'll stick to a certain nicotine range. But, I mean, honestly, from this craving that I had, it was weird. I really wish that I could put words to it, because it was, I wanted a satisfying vape. Maybe I'm addicted to vaping now. Probably. It's a pretty good thing to be addicted to. But it just boggled my mind that I could get satisfied from a 9 milligram juice. I couldn't with the 45 milligram juice. And the funny thing is, I can go to vaping fluid one day, 20 milligrams full strength, right? Vaping nothing but fluid. And then the next day go straight to vaping 710. And I don't vape anymore. I don't vape any less. You know, it's more along the line. So it's like the nicotine doesn't really have a bearing in my mind. I mean, to me anyways, it doesn't really have a bearing. It's like, yeah, it adds some, on some juices it'll add like a throat hit, or a harshness, or in some aspects of flavor, depending on the juice. But it just boggled my mind. It's because I think there's a lot more going on with vaping. I mean, not with vaping, but with smoking, with anything, and it really has opened my eyes as to why it's so hard to quit smoking. I mean, to be honest, because there's a lot of factors that are going into that. Because I mentioned the nicotine, I mentioned the oral fixation, but now it's more of a satisfying addiction, you know? It's like, this did not satisfy me. And it kind of opened up my eyes to other things too. It's like, well, kind of like when we were smoking. Why did we stick with one brand? Because it satisfied us, you know? I guarantee you it wasn't because you liked the flavor. I mean, yeah, you can say that, but anyways, I really don't know the purpose of this video. I don't even know what to title it in the thing, so I don't even know if I'm going to post it. This is my second time recording it, so I might have to put pieces together. I don't know. But it was Murdoch Roll. I just kind of wanted to share kind of an experience that I had today that I noticed that kind of got me thinking. So anyways, this is Murdoch Roll. You guys have a good day.